Hello dear students, today we are going to do a very important topic, that is the treatment of accumulated profits, reserves and losses. We have done this particular topic at the time of change in profit sharing ratio, and now we are doing in admission, and in retirement and death also we will be doing this topic. So this topic is a very important topic of whole partnership form. So what is there in this particular case, treatment of accumulated profits and reserves? See, whenever you make reserve, these reserves are made out of profits. So you save a part of profit to make reserve. It means these reserves are made out of old partner's share of profit. So if suppose these reserves are existing at the time of admission, it has to be given to the old partners in the old ratio. Likewise, all the losses which are prior to admission, before admission, should be distributed between old partners in the old ratio. So here I am giving you a balance sheet before admission. In this balance sheet, along with other items like capital and liabilities, assets, but the main concern is reserves. So reserves are also given to you, and losses, accumulated losses are also given to you. So let us see, general reserve is there, workman compensation reserve is there, investment fluctuation reserve, profit and loss account with credit balance. So these are our gains. And advertisement suspense, this is our loss, profit and loss account, this is also our loss. Because if profit and loss account has credit balance, it is our gain and recorded on the liability side of the balance sheet. So this is your undistributed profits, and these are your losses with the debit balance, and losses we are showing on the asset side of the balance sheet. Now because you are required to prepare partners capital account also in case of admission, so that's why I am preparing how you are going to transfer this in partners capital account, then we will do the journal entry. So whenever journal reserve is there, it has to be transferred to the partners capital account. For this, we will be giving credit to partners capital. So journal reserve will be transferred here. We will be transferring journal reserve directly to partners credit side of the partners capital. We will be writing by journal reserve. And how this is to be distributed in the old ratio, old partners. Likewise, workman compensation reserve also, though there are adjustment also, we will be discussing these adjustments. Workman compensation reserve will be transferred to partners credit side of partners capital, and it will not be given to new partner. Likewise, investment fluctuation reserve will be transferred here, and credit balance will also be transferred here in the partners capital. So all these will be transferred on the credit side of partners capital. Investment fluctuation reserve, profit and loss account. But items given on the asset side, these are our fictitious assets. So these are to be transferred on the debit side of partners capital. So we'll be writing to advertisement suspense only to the old partners in the old ratio. Likewise, to profit and loss account with debit balance will be transferred here. So these items will be transferred here, while these items will be transferred here. So now let us pass the journal entries, then we will be doing each and every case in detail. So let us see the journal entries which we are required to pass. So first journal entry will be transfer of journal reserve to partners capital, old partners capital, transfer of workman compensation to old partners capital, transfer of investment fluctuation reserve to old partners capital, and likewise profit and loss credit balance to old partners capital. So I am making a combined entry for this. And I am assuming that there is no further adjustment of all these items. So the first journal entry will be journal entry. You can make the format also. journal entry for transferring accumulated profits and reserves. So how to transfer accumulated profits and reserves? We'll be transferring accumulated profits and reserves to the partner's capital. So we are giving benefit to the partner. So what is the rule for giving benefit? Means you want to increase capital. Increase capital means give credit to partner's capital account. And if you want to decrease capital, give debit to partner's capital account. So here you want to give the benefit. So for giving benefit, we'll be giving debit to all these accumulated profits. So journal reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit. Which profit and loss account? With the credit balance given on the liability side of the balance sheet. Likewise, workman's compensation reserve debit. And what else? Next will be investment fluctuation fund account debit to old partners capital account. And you need to write their name individually and in the old profit sharing ratio. Old profit sharing ratio individually means if partners, there are three old partners X, Y, Z, so we will be writing to X capital account, to Y's capital account and to Z's capital account. And if they are maintaining fixed capital account, then instead of capital account we will be writing old partners current account. So this is the basic entry for transferring all accumulated profits and reserves. So let us see the next entry, second journal entry for transferring accumulated losses. For accumulated losses, you know that there are two types of accumulated losses. First is debit balance of profit and loss account and advertisement suspense. So for that we will be decreasing partners capital. So the entry will be old partners capital account debit to profit and loss account, the one which has a debit balance. Excuse. To advertisement suspense account. And here also we will be giving debit to individual partners in the old profit sharing ratio. And I hope you know the reason now. What is the reason? The reason is that the new partner, old partner don't want to give benefit to the new partner relating to these old reserves, profits and workman compensation investment, because they don't want that they should share, new partner should share their profits, and new partner don't want to take the benefit or take the burden of these losses. So that's why the profits or losses will be distributed between old partners in the old ratio. So let us study all these items one by one. So the first item will be, we are taking the treatment of workmen compensation fund. Treatment of workman compensation fund or reserve. You know the purpose of making this workman compensation reserve? We have already done this when we did change in profit sharing ratio. The basic purpose is to meet any accident occurring in the office hours or during the working hours of the firm. So if a particular worker is met with an accident, so for that we can compensate through this reserve. So let us see the various situations under this. So first situation will be when there is no claim against workman compensation reserve. What is the meaning of this no claim? No claim means none of the partners met with an accident during the working hours. So there is no claim. So what will happen if there is no claim? If there is no claim, the whole amount of workman compensation will be distributed among the partners. Full amount of workman compensation reserve will be distributed between old partners in the old ratio. And what will be the journal entry? Journal entry, because it's a benefit. So how to give benefit to the partners? By crediting them. So your journal entry will be workman's compensation reserve account debit to old partners capital account. And what will be the ratio? The ratio will be old ratio. So if two partners A and B are there, we'll be writing two old partners capital account, A's capital account to B's capital account. Likewise, if they are maintaining fixed capital account, so instead of capital, we'll be writing current account. Now see the second situation. What will happen in case of if there is some claim is there? When there is a claim against workman compensation reserve. So what will happen if there is a claim? Here there was no claim, so full amount was distributed. We distributed full amount of reserve. But whenever there is a claim, there will be three situations. So let us see all these three situations. In situation 1, when claim against workman's compensation is less than workman compensation reserve, means liability, claim, or you can say liability against workman compensation is less than workman compensation reserve. So when reserves are more, then what will happen? You will distribute the reserve after deducting the liability amount. So in this case, the journal entry will be workman compensation reserve account debit. You will write in full, but this is workman compensation reserve account debit to claim against workman compensation, and the remaining amount will be distributed among old partners. Old partners capital or current account. And in this, full amount of WCR, workman compensation reserve, and here claim against whatever the liability which is being determined, amount of liability amount or claim amount, and remaining balance balance will be written here. So suppose the workman compensation reserve is, let us say, 40,000, and the liability against this is, suppose, determined at 25,000. So how much can be given to the partners? We can give 15,000 to the partners after settling off a liability of 25,000. So the remaining 15,000 will be distributed individually. So you will pass entry individually to partner 1, old partner 1, old partner 2 by their name. So I hope these two adjustments are clear to you, and we'll be doing numerical also, but let us see all the cases. Now first case was when there is no claim, we divided full claim in the full reserve in the old partners capital in the old ratio. And when there is a claim, and if claim is less than workman compensation reserve. Now let us see next situation under second part. Situation, this was situation A, now situation B. When claim is just equal to workman compensation reserve. So what will happen? If claim is just equal to workman compensation, so nothing will go to the partner's pocket. The whole reserve will be utilized to settle this claim. So what will be your journal entry? Your journal entry will be workman's compensation reserve account debit to claim against workman compensation. And one more important thing, which is very important, is that whenever you are giving this entry, whenever claim is there, you have to show this claim in the balance sheet. Where to show in the balance sheet? New balance sheet, on the liability side of the balance sheet. Liability side, you have to show this claim. This particular claim will be written here, claim against workman compensation, this much amount. So this is to be shown in the liability side of the balance sheet. It will go to partners capital. So these are your partners capital. So it will go here by compensation reserve, workman compensation reserve, here the old partners, old ratio. But this claim amount will be recorded as a liability. And suppose it is given that claim is paid. Immediately the claim is paid. In that case, you will be deducting your cash. Then it will not be your liability. You know that if liability is paid immediately, then your cash will reduce. And likewise, here also, this will be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Which balance sheet? New balance sheet. What is the meaning of new balance sheet? New balance sheet means balance sheet after admission. So I hope you are getting what I am teaching you. Now the next is, what could be the next case? When the claim is more than available reserve or workman's compensation reserve. So what will happen? If claim is more, so if claim is more than workman compensation reserve, in that case your reserve is insufficient to meet the claim. Then the difference will be taken from revaluation account. So let us pass journal entry. In this case, you can write it down. Difference will be debited to revaluation account. You know what is the purpose of making revaluation account? So at the time of change in profit sharing ratio or admission or retirement, we used to open a revaluation account to revalue the assets and reassessment of liability. So the difference means the gap between claim and reserve will be debited to revaluation account. And see the journal entry. Journal entry will be workman compensation reserve account debit and to claim against workman compensation. Suppose the reserve which is available with us is, let us say, 40,000, but the claim is 50,000. Reserve is 40, claim is 50. So the difference of 10,000 will be debited to revaluation account. You know the purpose of making revaluation, and you also know the nature of revaluation. Revaluation account is a nominal account. So for all losses, expenses, revaluation account will be debited. So this is increase in liability, and which you are unable to meet through the reserve available for that. And one more thing, when you are creating a revaluation account, so you have to transfer this revaluation loss to, so it means we will be passing two entries here. Revaluation loss will be transferred to partner's capital. So this journal entry is for transferring revaluation loss to old partner's capital account. So what is the journal entry in that case? In that case, the journal entry will be old partners capital account debit to revaluation account. And where will you show this claim? This claim will be shown in the balance sheet, liability side of the balance sheet. New balance sheet, liability side. Likewise, this will also be shown in the new balance sheet. You can write down new balance sheet. And which side? Liability side. So I hope you are getting this. And last case, so there is a third case also, when there is no reserve. When there is no reserve against claim on account of workman compensation. So what will happen? If claim is there but there is no reserve, so the full amount will be taken from revaluation account, and your journal entry will be revaluation account debit to claim against or liability against, whatever language is given to you, you will be writing that workman's compensation. And the second entry for transferring loss, old partners, and this will be in the old ratio. Wherever we are writing simple old partners, so it is always in the old ratio. And there is a golden rule for treating this accumulated profits and reserve, that whatever is available or whatever loss or gain is there, it has to be, golden rule is, it has to be distributed among old partners in the old ratio, with the exception of one case that we'll be discussing in the further section. The second will be old partners capital account debit, which ratio? Old ratio, to revaluation account. So I hope the treatment of accumulated profit, especially workman compensation reserve, is clear to you. So let us do a small numerical relating to workman compensation from T.S. Deva's book. Yes. So let us see question number 56, B part. You also try to see this question number 56B part. I hope you will be able to see this. Give the journal entries to distribute workman compensation reserve of rupees 72,000 at the time of admission of Z if there is no claim against it. The firm has two partners, X and Y. So what is workman compensation reserve which is given to us? It is 72,000 at the time of admission and there is no claim. So what will happen if there is no claim? The full amount will be distributed. So let us distribute. This is question number 56 of T.S. Grewal's book. Which part? This is part B. So 72,000 is there at the time of admission. So we'll be dividing workman's compensation reserve account debit to how many partners are there? X and Y. X capital account, and nothing is mentioned whether they are maintaining fixed capital or fluctuating capital. So we assume that they are maintaining fluctuating capital. And we are having 72,000 here. So it will be distributed in the, nothing is mentioned about their ratio also. So we will be distributing equally among both the partners, 36,000 and 36,000, because there is no claim. And let us do one more question from T.S. Grewal's book. This is question, same question with C part. I hope you will be able to see this C part. Give the journal entry to distribute workman compensation reserve of 72,000 at the time of admission of Z if there is a claim of 48,000 against it. The firm has two partners, X and Y. So after setting off 48,000, deducting 48,000 from 72,000, the remaining amount, what will be the remaining amount? Remaining amount will be 72 minus 48. So it will be 24. So 24,000 will be distributed between X and Y, and ratio is not given, so we assume that they share profits equally. So this is C part. Here, workman's compensation reserve debit with 72,000, and there is a claim against workman's compensation, and the claim amount is 48,000 and the remaining is 24. So we'll be dividing 24 between X and Y equally. So X capital account and to Y's capital account. How much? It will be equal. Equal means 12,000 and 12,000. And I hope you will be able to write the narration. And I told you that whenever you are framing journal entry, you need to frame in the format. Being workman compensation reserve is distributed between all partners equally after deducting a claim of 48,000. So I hope all these cases must be clear to you. So in the next section, we'll be doing the treatment of investment fluctuation reserve. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.